Well, I'm standing under our leylandi, or kind of cedar trees, and I wanted to videotape this just in case it works out. I thought it'd be neat to show how I started it. I have a pair of old boots, totally worn out, fallen apart, and I know that wrens and robins like to go into little holes, little pockets. We had a wren one time that nested under a bicycle seat of an old rusty bike that was out behind the house. It was so cool. So I've taken one of the boots and put it up in this tree, away from the direction the wind comes. And I don't know. I know it when I used to have a wren house. I was told that you make sure that they're hanging freely, like that they can bob around. We'll see. I've put the boot here. Obviously you can see the toe is down there. I tucked it down in on an angle so that if there is any rain, it drips down off and not into the boot. I put a piece of wire between the top two lace things. That looks blurry. Just to keep it kind of together. I think it keeps going blurry. I can't tell because I have my contacts on. But I'll show you the other side. So there's the toe. Oh, hello. I'm not going to leave it just like that though. I'm going to get a piece of wire, put it through this loop, and back under that. You know, like wire it so that it's not going to fall down. Oh, hello, Robin. That's Robin. Says, what are you doing? I wonder if Robin would use it. Now, the birds do come in these trees a lot because we have feeder over there. But I think this is far enough away, maybe? I don't know. We'll see. If nobody touches it, it's in a very protected place. It doesn't get wet up there. I can always move it. And I've got the other boot. I'm going to try putting that somewhere. Maybe down in the brush where I do see the wren go. We'll see. Oh, you know, you got to try things. Hello, wren. I'm going to do a little garden tour today, just to kind of record where things are at, because we planted a lot of bulbs. Oh, there's a bird on the teasel over there. Look at that. That's cool. You can't see it from here, but it's in front of the byre. There's a couple birds over there on it. What is that? Oh, those are goldfinches. Yay, the goldfinches like it. We've also had red-legged partridges in our garden, walking around, taking shelter here. And out there in the field, I don't think this camera will pick it up, but it's full of birds, about the size of an American robin. Those are fieldfares. It's just full of them. They're hopping around. They're our winter visitors. Yep. Well, I'm going to come out from under these trees because let the birds eat in peace. Oh, I like hearing that robin sing. I do. Yes. Have lots of babies this year, Robin. Have a couple broods. I'm going to keep him well fed. Okay, well, I'm going to get my gloves back on. I had to turn on my camera. There's a huge flock of crows flying over. A couple settled on the wire over there. Over there. Where are they headed? Oh, they're going up to the field. Going up to the field up there. Landing. Why anybody would want to shoot a crow, I don't know. They don't do anything but land in the field, and there's no crops up there. They just eat bugs and stuff. Maybe grass seeds, I don't know. When the sheep are there, they don't bother the sheep or the lambs. Anyways, that was cool. All right, let's do a quick little walk around and see how things are going. This is the garden, work in progress for the veg. This is all strawberries. Total mess with the paths have gotten overgrown. I have to get at that. And it's a sorry sight. But we've been so busy getting other things ready. Working on expanding that bit over there, doing it kind of no dig, just to get the grass down right now. We're not going to bother to dig because there's too many. It's like an old stone wall under there. Well, let's go look down here. We're going to plant a little hedge here, kind of a wind block, something for the birds, and also a bit of privacy. Just keep it cut, hedge height. But it'll be nice. It'll stop a lot of the wind. We get a lot of wind comes up because we're up elevated quite high right here from the field. It's like having your own ha-ha. So hedging will go along here. It's a huge rabbit hole. We just can't get rid of this persistent rabbits here. The soil's gorgeous. Another rabbit hole. I think it's kind of a little warren they've got going. Yep. But down here, this is the area that I showed you before where we've planted a lot of bulbs. Yep. And it's going to be just gorgeous in the spring. We planted them very late, so who knows what they'll do, but at least they're in the ground. And wherever we've got dirt, I've spread the dirt out that we've dug out. It's full of gravel. Thrown compost on it where I could. I'm going to try to sprinkle wildflower seeds and just see what happens. See what we could get going. Yeah. Let's go down this path. That hole was going to be for a tree, but it kept filling up with water. So we, not sure. Maybe we'll put some kind of flowering shrub in there. That's a daisy I planted. Put my glove back on. Hard to do that with your teeth. Anyways. Oh, it's Saturday, and that's when they shoot. I hate it. Shooting the game birds. See, these are newly planted daffodils and small special daffodils. Yeah, we'll see what happens. Now here we've got this old fence that goes all along. I'm going to pull it out. But I think we're going to leave the posts because the birds like to perch on them. And here I've got 2 hazelnut trees. So excited about. Got them there so they can grow up and do their thing, and maybe we could coppice them someday. Hello, Chaffy. It's a chaffinch the hawthorn right there. Yeah, things are gonna start popping. I've got some daffodils in a pot somewhere that were coming up. It got me excited. Spring is coming. These are black currants that were here. They're kind of a mess. I did try to trim them back last year a bit just to clean it up in here and see what was what. I think I need to get in there now and thin it out some more. See if we can encourage it to put out new growth. Because I guess that's what you get your fruit on. The fruit that does come on it is quite small. So it's just been neglected, I guess. Right. And down there is the paddock. I'll go down there real quick. And we've got 2 more newly planted hazelnuts. so excited about those. Do good, you guys. Oh, I'm almost tripped. Gotta be careful. These grass clumps are so big. Yep. Our beautiful ash tree. It's not the nice sunny day to show things, but I'm gonna take my glove off again. I gotta touch my screen or else it might not be focusing. There. Right. Gary did a little test digging there. We might put a small little pond here or something. This will be full of daffodils all along here. I'm afraid to walk on it. Yes, I'll have to look at some pictures from last year. I know that one daffodil came up, hang on, get my glove off. One daffodil came up under that tree, but there's big clumps in here and a whole bunch along here. I don't know why they were planted here though, it's kind of an odd place. It's pretty, but I think we're going to end up walking there a lot. We'll have to mark where they are this time. Maybe we could just move some aside and create kind of a pathway so we know exactly where we are. Now let's go check on the raspberries, because my raspberries are on their way. I got an email. It's taken them long enough. Don't know why. How are you doing? This is a transplant I had in a pot for years. Red currant. I hope it grows. Doesn't look like it's doing anything yet. My 3 blueberries in big pots. I don't know if those pots are big enough, to be honest. They don't look it. The reason they're in pots is because they need the ericaceous, acidy soil. Yeah. We'll see. I can always transplant them. I forget what, let me see, what is, this is my Josta or Yosta berry. It's got some nice buds on it. That's a new one for me. I've never had that before. Looks like it's in a good spot. And the raspberries. This is our raspberry bed. Not protected yet with fencing. It's kind of, we got to do it as we go. But we had to get them in the ground, you know. Get them started. So I've got a bunch coming that will go in here. Yep. Yep. Half wood chipped. I think I'd like to continue it just to help keep it under control with the grass and everything. Otherwise, it's going to get crazy down here. I can see the field fairs. Let's go look over the wall. Don't want to scare them. Oh, I just saw one fly. This camera won't really pick them up, but at least you can see the view. I can tell they're alert. They're all right in here. It's a foggy day, but the sun's trying to come out. I'm actually quite warm. It's my fingers that are cold. Right, well, let's keep moving. Rhubarb is over here. We get massive rhubarb. Let's go look at that real quick. I hate that it's under these power lines, but that's just where it was. You got to be careful too. There's some massive holes. I stuck a rod in that one. I almost broke my ankle on that one. Yeah, so we've got, you can see the big crowns. I'm kind of afraid to mess with them, divide them up. They've been here for so long, just growing on their own. Yeah. This one, look at this. Look at this. This whole thing is all rhubarb. It just grows. I guess maybe you cut like a chunk off there. I don't know. I have to read about it some more. And then there's another over there. No, what is this pot over here for? Is that a pot? What is that? Oh, somebody used that as a tree guard. That's a good idea. That is a good idea. Ooh, what happened here? Uh-oh. Do you see all that? Do you see all those feathers? Oh dear, somebody... Oh. What kind of feather is that? Oh. Oh, no. I think that's from a partridge. Somebody got eaten. Oh dear. Isn't that a beautiful feather? Hang on, I don't think that's clear. Let me see if... Can you see that now? Oh, hang on. It's right here by the wall. I'm going to hit pause for a second. Okay, I'm back. I had to take my glove off. No. That is one beautiful feather. Oh, I feel bad about that. Now, we do want foxes here. We do. Because I want to discourage the bunnies in the garden. But this could have been from a hawk. I can hear... No, that's the water in the trough. I thought I heard a noise. I wonder if there's any more feathers. There's one. You know, we want foxes because of the bunnies, but I think this could have been even from a hawk, you know? Yeah. Oh, poor thing. Well, at least a hunter didn't get it, because it's those gunshots you hear are for these poor partridges, and when they shoot them, I mean, they don't need it. They're just shooting them for fun. I hate. Okay. Well, I'm going to hit pause for a minute here and get my hands warmed up. Well, I'm up here now by the byre. I know I just videotaped this not long ago, but we'll do a quick little run over, because I want to watch how things change. And, well, this little pine tree I've had, I know it's kind of silly to grow a pine tree, but I've repotted that so it can grow a little better. It was suffering in a tiny little pot. And we've got some tutsin here to plant out. Those were all cuttings that I started. I want to see what it does when it's in the ground. Nice little bush. Oh, look at that. Gosh. I think that's my tree lupin. Wow, it still has a lot of leaves. Look at this. How incredible. That's kind of like new. I didn't have that during the winter. That's tree lupin. It'll be a beautiful yellow, and it's different than a regular lupin. Wow. I want to put that in the ground and see if it'll do anything. Definitely got to collect seeds. So one out front, I think it's done. We transplanted it, but I think it had trouble with getting rooted, because it was in a pot for a long time, and I think we had to break the taproot when we moved. So, yeah, well, what else is going on? Well, here, real quick, we'll look over here. The garlic is looking so nice. Yeah, it's nice to see something growing. That's good. Oh, look it, and we've got some new ones up. Now, those were up. These weren't up. These are new. Oh, good. Let's see. What does that say? Something Rhapsody. Oh, Rhapsody. This one? Let's see. These are Carcassonne White. I have it written down in my notebook exactly what's planted where. And at the very end there, those would be not up yet, but those are cloves I planted from garlic that I keep growing myself. So we'll just see what happens with that. But yeah, these are looking good. This looks pretty sad. Got the thyme looks gorgeous. The rabbits keep digging around the thyme I've got out in a pot. So I think even if it gets planted out in the garden, they're going to bother it. I might have to put a little fencing around it. Kale. Should pick some of this. I've just been letting it go, actually. Curly kale. There's some new growth here, but you know, it looks pretty poor. Don't want to pick it. I feel bad picking it now. Yeah, there's some old cabbage heads there. Let's see what else is going on in these pots. Rosemary looks good as usual. Feverfew is as robust as ever. Ready to take off. Love Feverfew. Not much else. I saw some of the goldfinches on the teasel. Let's check our Aquilegia. This is the teasel they were on. Yep. Pulling seeds out. We want to get this growing around the garden too, naturalized. This is the Aquilegia. There's one pink one growing by the bridge on a lane nearby. And we got some seeds from it. And they've taken forever to get going. But they are. Ow. Ooh. That was very painful. That's from a rose, I think. And I just poked my finger with it. I have to go through and weed this still. I have to keep after it even in the winter. That's not Aquilegia. Nope. A lot of these, they're just weed seeds, you know. That's a grass. I should be separating them out, potting them on. That's what I should do before they get too big. All these are weed seeds. The Aquilegia, these ones with the little kind of rounded leaves. Okay? That's grass. I really need a greenhouse. What is that? I can't even tell. And like I said, I don't have my glasses on, so it's hard for me to see things up close with my contacts in. Good. There's a lot of these weeds in here, dang it all. Well, we'll have to see. Maybe the Aquilegia aren't doing as good as I thought. Some of these pots are just what we brought when we moved. Some things haven't survived. Other things have very tough wild things like this orange hawkweed. I love it, but it is quite a thug. There might be bulbs of something in here. Yeah. Oh, and I've got some spare onion sets I put in here. So some of them are doing okay. Right. There's the greenhouse. I don't know what I'm going to do with that. And all these potted plants. A lot of grass in with them, but they need sorting and planting out. So everything looks about the same. Let's go look at the new bed. So this is the new bed. Beautiful soil. We just had to dig carefully around the roots of these leylandi. I hope it won't be too dry. It'll get all the morning sun, and then that's pretty much it. Hello, Robin. Always singing so pretty. Yeah. He's singing. So nice. Here's Gary's buddleia. Hello, Robin. Right there. Oh, he's really singing nice. I could see some dunnocks on the wall there. They're going to love when we get shrubs in. I get distracted by the birds. Now down here, we have 4. Let's see if I can show you that. It's hard for me to see my screen. We've got 4 plum trees planted down here. I've got to finish putting the fencing around them because the rabbits are persistent, especially over here. And this is the other new bed that we've put in. I call this our south bed. Isn't it going to be beautiful? Yep. Gonna have lots of perennials and roses all along here. Nice wide bed. Gary's done a lot of hard work to get that going. I put things in last year just digging individual holes for my pots and putting cardboard around them, which seems to have worked. But there are stones in here, so it does help to dig it up. Oh, my hands are freezing. Okay. Let me think. I want to go see. Let's go see if I did see a pot with daffodils popping out in the back. Let's see if any of them out front are coming out. We got some peonies. One's there and one's back down there. So excited about having peonies, and I put another one over in that new bed. Let's see all the pots here. There are daffodils in a lot of these. You see any tips pointing up? There's some. Yay! Daffodils. Oh, spring is coming. Let's see. Triumph. 6 Triumph mixed. Oh. Mixed narcissi. Triumph mixed. Wow. Oh, what are these guys? It says snowdrops, but those aren't snowdrops. That looks like centranthus. I don't know. They look pretty hardy. There's probably snowdrop bulbs down in there. Right. Oh, I have old tulips, and I don't know if they're going to really do anything. We have crocuses in some of these long pots. Oh, I see some more. Look. There's some more coming up. Oh, getting excited. It says there's muscari in here, too. Keep my eyes open for that. Love seeing the daffodils. So this bed, it's got some things tucked in it. Certainly it's not done. I did this no-dig where I just laid the cardboard down and we put a lot of compost on top. And I've been just digging holes down into it. I did that early in the autumn. Just digging holes down in to get things planted. So there's some bulbs, daffodils, some of these little bulbs that I've never had before. We'll see what they do. Anemones and muscari.